diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Stephen Taylor, who's a center/guard out of Southern Arkansas. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How about you?
Just hanging in there. Can you maybe just describe for the viewers a little bit about your overall career?
My career, I was recruited out of Seven Lakes High School in Katy, Texas, and I'm currently a 2-year starter here at SAU. I have a start playing experience at left guard, center, and right guard, all three interior positions on the line, and I'll be playing center this upcoming year.
Cool. And tell me a little bit about how you ended up at Southern Arkansas. I mean, talk to me just a little bit about that recruiting process.
The recruiting process, I was actually recruited late here. I got an email after signing day, my senior year, and it was just an email from my coach here saying, "Hey, man, we watched your film. We want to give you the opportunity to come up here and play." So I took a visit the following Monday. I remember it was raining. I couldn't get the whole cross-campus visit experience there, so I just pretty much saw the weight room, the locker room, and just met with the head coach and said, "Hey, we feel like you can play here. We want to give you the opportunity here to compete for a spot," and I took it and ran with it.
Cool. So, I mean, I was going to ask you, I mean, as an offensive lineman, what do you feel is like some of the key attributes of an elite offensive lineman? I mean, talk to me maybe about some of the players in the league that you feel, you know, show those attributes.
First off, I'd probably say just pure aggression and, just a nastiness to your game. And one person who I feel who shows that the most is Taylor Lewan. The guy's just a monster out there. He goes out there every single play trying to put that guy across the line in the dirt. And another key element I'd probably say is high IQ. You got players like Travis Frederick out there who's sadly no longer playing, but the guy's just pretty cool to watch to see how plays would develop, and he'd almost make the guys around him right for what he would do based on alignment.
Cool. So, I mean, let's come back on you, though. What do you believe is like the best part of your game and what you bring to the table?
What I bring to the table is I'm a pretty selfless guy. Every day I go out there to play for those guys right around me. Those are my brothers right there. And on the field, I feel that I really have a good job of finishing blocks, finishing out going all the way to the whistle every single time.
Cool. And I was just going to ask you, walk me through the film room just a little bit. I mean, when you're in there studying your opponent, just break things down for me. Like, what are you looking at? I mean, because you figure as a guy there on the interior offensive line, you're out there looking at everything and really have to be able to diagnose everything. So walk me through what you see and really how you break things down.
Well, first thing I look for when trying to break things down in the film room actually is just almost looking at their alignment, the way defense is lined up can be a telltale sign of where they're going to be going, such as, if they're in a tighter shade or if they're a little bit farther out, it'll probably tell if they're about to twist, slants, whatever stunt they're about to do. And also a bunch of guys, you can sometimes see they have tendencies on what moves they like to do, Sometimes on a third and long, you may have a guy, who has a tendency to be a swimmer, a spin move type of guy. So week in, week out, it's just breaking that down. Every guy's different. But, that's what I just look for when breaking down film.
Cool. Stephen, I mean, I know you can also get at it in the weight room a little bit. In my notes, I remember you telling me at one point or another you had a 410-pound bench, like max bench. At least a 600-pound squat, which is really cool. I was just going to ask you, talk to me about this off season for you. I mean, how has your off season been just in general? And has there been any part of your game that you're really trying to improve upon?
This all season has gone pretty good. I'm really fortunate to be out there working with my brothers every single day. Crazy times with COVID. I actually had COVID a month ago. So I've been trying to recover from that. I'm almost back to 100%. I went from around 300 pounds, 298, down to all the way 278 within the span of 10 days. So it was a really humbling experience. I'm just getting back from that, grinding it out every day. And one key element of my game that I'd say that I'm working on right now is just foot speed. I feel like once I get my foot speed to where I want it to be, the sky's the limit for me.
Cool. So I mean, definitely happy to hear that you're healthy. I mean, obviously, this COVID-19 business has really done a number like on society as a whole, and some people haven't really seen it in their lives so far. But I mean, obviously, it's affecting guys like you who, unfortunately contract it. In all seriousness, though, I do pray that you continue to get healthy and get back
Thank
to 100% because I want to see you play. So
you.
um, cool. So walk me through maybe a memorable play or moment that you're willing to share. I mean, maybe like a highlight in your career so far that you're willing to talk about.
Well, actually, for a memorable moment, I probably want to go back to the first game last year against Southern Nazarene. We have guys coming back from last year with a lot of playing experience. First game of the year set the tone. I feel like as an offensive line, we took that game over, and we ended up rushing for over 300 rushing yards. It's a nice feeling. You're just chewing up the clock, just running the rock for about 6 yards a pop, and the other team can't do anything about it. And I feel like at that point we kind of stepped up for our offense in that game and said, "Hey, follow us. We'll lead you guys to where we need to be."
Cool. I was also going to ask this question. It's a little interesting of of an answer at times. If you had the opportunity to maybe give your younger self a little bit of advice in order to prepare you for like what's going on right now, what would you tell that guy? Maybe going back to high school, 17 years old. What would you tell him?
I'll tell my younger self to just calm down. Take a moment just to enjoy what all's around you. Sometimes I feel like we can get caught up a little bit and just forget like what's most important in life. And I just tell myself that you work hard every single day, and it'll eventually get you to where you need to be when it's all said and done.
Cool. Let's just take a second and talk about you, like as a student and outside of football. Why don't you maybe explain what you're doing there at Southern Arkansas, as a student, and any other interests or hobbies or passions you have outside of, football in your life?
Well, I just recently graduated. I got my BBA with a focus in management, and I'm currently pursuing my MBA with a focus in supply chain. And in my free time, I like to hang out with my teammates, the rest of the O line, obviously, or really anybody, and we'll just get together, play Madden, NCAA, putting a lot of hours there, or we'll also go lift at the gym whenever we have free time too. And one thing I'm big about, as you can see, like behind me right over here, I'm big about my Chicago Bears. Watch them every Sunday, even though they stress me out. They put me through it, but I'm going to still rock with them. And just watch, I'll also watch a little ball too.
Yeah,
So,
you guys got a new quarterback situation going on there brewing. It's definitely crazy. So at the very least, I mean, having two quarterbacks, I don't know how you feel about that, but it is what it is. You have a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You can say that.
that is true.
So, uh, hey, at this time during the interview, usually I give guys the opportunity to give a little bit of love to some people that have really helped them along the way. Talk to me maybe about the coaches, mentors, leaders in your life that have helped, guide you to where you are right now as a player in person.
Well, first off, I got to give it all to my mom and dad. They really helped me from a young age, just install me with that hard work ethic. And, my mom used to tell me all the time, a quote, hard work beats talent whenever talent doesn't work hard. And, that's been my whole MO since day one. Another person is my offensive line coach from high school, Pat Matthews. He was someone who really believed in me and, helped guide me to where I'm at today. And then in college, my offensive line coach, Boomer Cunningham, he's almost become like a second father figure to me up here. And I just really appreciate him. He's a guy who pushes us up every single day and just sets the limits high. Sets the standards high for us, pushes us above our limits. So I'm really thankful for that guy too.
Cool. Kind of along the same lines, let's sort of give a little bit of love to some of your teammates. I mean, I know for a fact that one of your teammates, Antonio Washington, he's got a ton of accolades to his credit. Talk to me maybe about him or maybe some other guys that, on your team that, really deserve a little bit of love.
I actually came in with Antonio my freshman year, and I got to say, throughout his career here, he came in hurt, but he put in the work and he bounced back. One hell of a ball player. It helps to have someone like that on your team making you better every single day of practice. It definitely helps make Saturdays that much easier. But huge shout out, I just shout out offensive line here, hardest working group of guys that I know who get in and get at it every single day. We push each other, make each other better. And another person I'd like to give a shout to is Hayden Mallory. He's a guy who I seen really step up last year after filling in shoes for a 4-year starter and record holder at our school. So I can't wait to see what the future holds for him.
Cool. As we begin to wrap up a little bit, I always ask the why question. Just talk to me a little bit about your motivation. Give me your why.
My why for playing football, it's just a game that I love. And it's the only time where I can beat up on a guy for 60 minutes and not get in trouble for it at all. So, and then also just for all the people that invested their time into me, I feel like it'd be something wrong not to give my all into what I do every single day. So that's something very important to me. And I'm just really thankful for the people who've done that.
Cool. And, just give me your final pitch to a professional team. What would they be getting if they, drafted or signed you?
They begin a hard worker who puts emphasis on the little things. Those little things can lead to a lot down the road. It may not seem big at the moment, but I know that they can be the difference between winning a championship and just being, a 500 team every single year. They'd also get a hard worker who'd go in and put the work even whenever nobody's watching, and also to get a leader who leads by example every single day and who will help guide those younger guys and show them the right way how to do things.
Cool. Well, Stephen, this has been pretty cool, just sort of getting to know you and, just learning more about you as a player in person. I mean, definitely a guy that I feel more people need to know. I mean, a very physical guy. Quite honestly, even just, going through the coronavirus and dealing with that and persevering through it. I know you're fighting really hard to, get back to 100%. Definitely cheering for you to, eventually get on the field and perform because I feel like, I feel like you're a fighter that people really need to know. So, again, this is Stephen Taylor. He's a center/guard at, Southern Arkansas. Definitely check him out. A lot of good things there for that team. Wish you best of luck moving forward, buddy.
Thank you.